Imagine a bird with feet the color of a clear tropical sky. That's the blue-footed booby, a marine bird that calls the eastern Pacific Ocean home. These fascinating creatures are instantly recognizable, not just for their vibrant blue feet, but for their unique behaviors that have captivated scientists and nature lovers alike. They spend most of their lives soaring over the open water, perfectly adapted for life at sea. But they come ashore for one crucial reason: to breed. You find the blue-footed booby along the coasts of the eastern Pacific, stretching from California down through Central and South America to Peru. Their true stronghold, however, lies on the islands. Roughly half of all breeding pairs choose the rugged, volcanic landscape of the Galapagos Islands to raise their young. Land is simply a platform for nests. They make simple divots in the bare ground, often within large colonies. Oddly, the female rotates throughout the day to face the sun, leaving the nest encircled by a ring of guano. But back to those feet. They're not just blue, they range from a pale turquoise to a deep, striking aquamarine. Males and younger birds typically have lighter shades than the females. This isn't just a random splash of color. The blue serves a critical purpose. It's a sexually selected trait, a visual cue that tells potential mates a lot about the bird carrying them. The secret to the blue lies in their diet. The pigments, called carotenoids, come from the fresh fish they eat. These pigments combine with the specific structure of collagen in their skin to create that vivid blue hue. Carotenoids are also important antioxidants and boost immune function. So, the brightness of a booby's feet acts as an honest signal, reflecting their current health and nutritional status. A food-deprived bird, even for just a couple of days, shows a noticeable dulling of its foot color. For female boobies, the feet are a living resume. Brighter feet often signal a younger, healthier male with potentially higher fertility and a greater ability to provide for a family. Studies show females seem to gauge a male's condition based on his feet, even adjusting their investment in their eggs. If a male's feet suddenly look duller, his partner might lay a smaller second egg, perhaps containing fewer resources. She is hedging her bets. Based on his apparent decline in quality, males also pay attention to their partner's feet, though they also assess the eggs she lays. A female with bright feet, laying large, vibrant eggs, signals good condition and high reproductive value. In response, males tend to show increased attentiveness and parental care towards these eggs. It's a complex system of checks and balances, with both sexes using color as a key indicator of a potential mate's worth and condition. This visual signaling culminates in one of nature's most famous courtship displays, the blue-footed booby dance. The male struts before the female, deliberately lifting each bright blue foot high, a clear invitation. He might also offer bits of nest material, perhaps a pebble or a twig. The climax of the performance is the sky-pointing ritual. The male throws his head and bill straight up towards the heavens. He raises his wings and tail, showcasing his form and his brilliant feet one last time. If the female is impressed, a bond forms. Blue-footed boobies are typically monogamous, although rare cases of bigamy have been noted where one male pairs with two females. The breeding cycle is opportunistic, happening every 8 to 9 months. The female lays 2 or sometimes 3 eggs, usually spaced out by about 4 to 5 days. Both parents share incubation duties, keeping the eggs warm directly with their large, vascular feet since they lack a traditional brooding patch. Out on the water, the blue-footed booby is a master hunter. They specialize in small schooling fish like sardines and anchovies, but will also take squid. Their signature technique is the dramatic plunge dive. Soaring sometimes 100 feet above the water, they tuck their wings back and plummet headfirst like feathered missiles, hitting the surface at incredible speeds up to 60 miles per hour. Special air sacs in their skulls protect their brains from the impact. They can even swim underwater to chase down prey. They often hunt in groups, with multiple birds diving in near unison after a shoal. A curious aspect of their breeding is asynchronous hatching. Because incubation starts immediately after the first egg is laid, the chicks hatch days apart. This creates a significant size difference between the older a chick and the younger bee chick from day one. While this might reduce the immediate burden on parents by spacing out the need for food, it also establishes a clear hierarchy. In times of food scarcity, the larger, stronger a chick may prevent the younger sibling from getting food, leading to the bee chick's death. This is known as facultative siblicide. It happens based on environmental conditions, specifically food availability. Interestingly, blue-footed booby parents typically do not intervene in the sibling struggle, even when one chick is clearly dominating or harming the other. They even reinforce the hierarchy by feeding the older chick first. This apparent passivity suggests that, for the parents, losing the weaker chick may be adaptive, if resources are too scarce to raise both successfully. However, there's also evidence parents subtly try to prevent early evictions by building steep-sided nests, making it harder for a dominant chick to simply push its sibling out. Beyond their visual displays, boobies communicate vocally. They use raucous grunts and shouts, as well as thin whistling noises. Males are known to whistle, especially during courtship displays. Mates learn to recognize each other by their unique calls, demonstrating a level of individual recognition that helps maintain pair bonds in busy colonies. Recently, scientists have observed a concerning trend, a decline in the blue-footed booby population, particularly in the Galapagos. The primary issue appears to be a lack of successful breeding. Research suggests this is strongly linked to a scarcity of sardines, their preferred food source, in the areas around their breeding colonies. If they can't find enough fish, the birds simply don't attempt to breed, or they fail to raise their chicks, highlighting their reliance on a healthy marine ecosystem.